Um, I don't have a whole lot of metal detecting equipment or stuff like that, but I just wanted to share with you the things that I do have that my dad got for me to get started. Um, I have quite a lot of books. Now my dad bought me two of the books in this giant stack, and the rest I just acquired from his house once he passed away. Let me just show you. These are all books on metal detecting. That's a lot of knowledge in this stack right here. So the very first book that my dad bought for me was Metal Detecting, a Beginner's Guide by Mark Smith. And he wrote in it, "To Diana from Dad, 12/3/18, your first detecting book." So of course, this will always be special to me because it was the first book that he bought for me. And he really drilled it into my head to read as much as I can on the hobby so that I can learn as much as I possibly can about it. He also got me this book. I don't remember if it was mentioned to us by DJ or we saw it in one of the White's magazines or something like that, but it actually has DJ Yost on the cover of this book. It is a quick start guide, metal detecting for beginners, 101 things I wish I'd known when I started. And that is DJ right there. So the foreword is by DJ Yost, so that is really cool. So this one is a lot thinner, so it'll be a lot quicker for me to read through, but I will sit down and read these books to make my dad proud, but to also learn as much as I possibly can on the hobby, because I can't sit here and say I know all this stuff about this and you should do this and that, because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I'm still learning myself. This book I remember ordering for my dad on Amazon. He asked if I could do that for him. It is the Metal Detecting Bible by Brandon Neese. It says helpful tips, expert tricks, and inside secrets for finding hidden treasures. Sorry about the glare on all of the books. But this is another good one to go through and read up on. Now this book, I don't think it's technically a metal detecting book. I just added it to the stack. It is coins, questions and answers. So it's basically just a book all about coins. So if you find a lot of different coins, you don't know what kind of coin it is, you can look it up in the book, read up on it, find out more info on said coin. But I'm glad that I got this. My dad had a ton of coin books as well, which I also acquired. I'm going to have quite the library one day, I swear, just from all the books I got from his house. I got a lot of cookbooks from his house too. That man had so many books. It's crazy. These I'm just going to quickly show you just because a lot of these are really, really old, and I just think they're really cool that my dad hung on to these for so many years. So let me find, wow, I'm going to have to look at the dates on these because some of these are seriously just so old. Okay, this one is called Treasure Hunter's Manual number 7 by Carl von Mueller. And if you just look at it, you can tell it is fairly old. Let me just see. Copyright 1972. My dad has had this for quite a long time. This one is also a fairly new one. He bought 10/20/18 on Amazon. He also has his name in it, so this one will be one that means a lot to me. It is called Treasure Hunting for Fun and Profit by Charles Garrett. Now that is one thing I do want to let you guys know. Anybody that's watching this that's this isn't one of your normal videos, I want to click off of it. Before you do, just try and give metal detecting a chance, or at least hear what I have to say about it. Now, when you are out coin hunting, I mean, you're not just going to find coins. You're going to find, I mean, you can find Civil War relics, you can find buttons, you can find junk, you can find, you know, old toy cars, you can find diamond rings. You guys can find stuff and end up selling it if you want and make money. The majority of people that I associate with, I believe they keep everything for their own collection. But what I think is really cool is when they find old rings, sometimes they try and contact the owner of that ring and they get that ring back to them. And I think that that is the most generous thing. Like, this hobby can really bring people together, and a lot of good can come out of it, and it is really fun. I mean, you know, you can just go out there and have a good time and be out in nature and, you know, just enjoy the day and hopefully find some really cool stuff. These are just like itty bitty little pamphlet type books. They're by Whites, actually. It says Whites right there. This is 25 Best Kept Secrets to Finding Treasure. Another 25 Best Kept Secrets to Finding Treasure, and then this is 30 Best Kept Secrets to Finding Treasure, and this one says it's a 2015 updated and revised version. Now this is a White's accessory guide, so I don't think it's a book or anything, but this just shows like a bunch of stuff that they sell, and it shows you like what it does. You can get White's merch, like hoodies and hats and beanies and all kinds of stuff to represent the brand, which, you know, when I get a little extra money, I may buy a White's hoodie or a beanie or something, because my dad truly loved White's. That was his favorite brand. It was the only brand he would use. He loved it so much, and I can't remember the exact year he told me that he started metal detecting and like found out about it, but I know his very first detector was a White's detector. I believe I have his very first detector at my house. It might still be at my dad's house. I'll have to show that to you guys sometime. It's really cool. It's definitely an antique at this point, but it's still really cool. Just going to quickly go through these. It's just crazy how old these books are. This is Advanced Coin Shooting, or How to Get the Edge on the Competition. Find Coins Where Others Fail. And the copyright for this is 1981. So another oldie. Treasure Under Your Feet. This one looks pretty old also. 1974. Crazy. Introduction to GEB Coinmasters, a field manual by Jimmy Sierra. Not sure what that means. Copyright 1981. I love that my dad wrote his name in all of these books. It's just like, it's so sweet, you know? This one is Successful Coin Hunting, the World's Most Authoritative Guide to Finding Valuable Coins with Metal Detectors by Charles L. Garrett. And this one, you guys probably don't care about any of this. I just think it's fascinating to see like how old these books are. Copyright 1974. So I'm going to assume 1974 is the year that my dad got into metal detecting, unless any of these are any earlier than 1974. Let me just give this a check. Nope, this one is 1999. This is The New Metal Detecting, The Hobby by Dick Stout. Oh, and it's got Whites on there. This one is Coin Shooting 2, Digging Deeper Coins by H. Glenn Carson. Copyright 1982. Now, I don't think I'll actually read like every single one of these books. I will just keep them for my collection. The ones that my dad got for me and the ones that he more recently got on Amazon, I will read those. But these, Yeah, they're outdated, but I'm sure some of the stuff is the same, but obviously the machines have definitely changed over the years. They've become much better than what they were. This one is in the wake of the golden galleons. So I guess this is like if you want to go diving for treasure, and this is from 1976. So lots of reading material here. I just thought I would show all those to you guys. Now this, oh wow. This is from, I believe, my dad's very first metal detector. It's the White's Coinmaster 6000D, and it says it's simplified instructions. And I don't see a date on here, but it's like telling you how to like tune your machine and stuff. And this is the exact machine I was telling you guys that I actually still have. That was my dad's. It's hard to see. It's in black and white. But like they were so like bulky and heavy back in the day, and now they're so much like sleeker and nicer to carry around. They're not as heavy. They're much easier to swing around than this bad boy would have been. And this is actually, did he have two of these? So he just had two of these, you know, Coinmaster 6000D instructions laying around. I think this is really cool to have just because I mean, at this point it's like vintage. So, and I can keep this with the actual like detector that I have from my dad's. And anything of my dad's means a lot to me because he was very special to me. He was a very special person. This I just thought would be kind of fun to show. This, I'm not even sure what this is. It says this is one of the 2 best low price TR metal locators made. So it's showing one that was for $49.95 and one for $89.50. I don't know if these were whites or not. I'm guessing it's not. I don't see whites anywhere on here, but it's just like this really old paper talking about it. And then like it just shows like cute little illustrations on the back with some little paragraphs and like specifications and stuff like that. So okay, I grew up metal detecting with my dad. I always thought I was a weird kid because I metal detected with my dad. I didn't think anybody else in the world knew what metal detecting was. I honestly didn't. I truly thought my dad was the only person in the world who metal detected. And I thought that my whole life. Up until I posted a photo on Instagram wearing my dad's old original Levi's jacket, where he hand-painted White's Electronics on the back of it and had a bunch of metal detecting patches on it. A guy named DJ Yost. DJ Diggs here on YouTube. I will link him down below. He's also on my sidebar on my suggested channels. You can definitely check him out. He saw me in the jacket and he was like, that jacket is awesome. Like, would you sell it? I would totally buy it off of you. If it wasn't my dad's, you know, it means so much to me because it was my dad's. My dad wore this, and he actually hand-painted, you know, stuff on here. It means too much to me to give up. Otherwise, I mean, if it didn't mean that much to me, I'd totally sell it to him. So this is the jacket. That is what my dad painted on the back. And then he had patches galore. So don't mind the little, like, music note pin on here. I found it at his house and he just put it on the jacket for me because he knew I was going to take the jacket. And then there's this White's patch here. And then on the side on the bottom, this is one of the newer patches he put on before he got too sick to really do anything. And then this is a really old patch. It says White's Coin Shooters in Historical Club, St. Louis. And then another one of those newer White's patches he put on there. And this one's really old as well. It's White's Electronics Inc. The cute little treasure hunter on there. And this jacket fits me perfectly. Like I said, it's an original Levi's. It is a little discolored, but again, I believe it's from like the 70s. I can hear my phone vibrating and I'm really sorry. I keep getting notifications for my Yahtzee game. It's really frustrating. I'm sorry. Hang on really quick. I was hearing some noises. So I will insert clips of what my machine looks like. I have the MX7, I can't talk. Oh my god. I'm going to try and edit that out. Restart. I have the pink MX7 that I will go ahead and try and insert footage of now. And then I will go ahead and show you what my dad got me in this bag right here. So he got me this bag to keep everything in, and it's filled with necessities for treasure hunting. Give me 1 second because I hear my child and I don't want him to interrupt the video, so give me 1 second. I'm really sorry. Sorry about that. So these were originally my dad's knee pads, but since he passed away, I acquired them, and I'm actually really glad because I know I'm a youngin'. I'm so young. I'll be 30 this year, guys. Okay? I'm getting up there. My knees don't do that great, so these will come in handy when I'm down digging in the dirt. He also got me a pair of gloves. I think they only had one size. They're like a size medium, and I know I could easily look this up, but, and they fit me okay, but like they still have so much room up here, and I really hate that. Does anybody know if they make like digging style gloves in like a small or extra small for women? Because I have tiny hands, and I just hate to work with gloves that are a little big on me. Random fact. And then of course my White's Pro Star headphones to plug into my machine. So mine are not wireless. I don't know if my machine can use wireless headphones. I'll have to find that out actually, but this is so that like if you don't want to hear any surrounding noises around you, you can hear I can't hear anything around me. If I'm screaming, I am sorry. But this is just to help, you know, silence the world around you basically, so that when you're using your machine and you hear something, you can hear it really well with these on. I sounded like an echo with those on. I had to take them off. But so that is what these are for. And then my dad wanted to make sure I had plenty of containers to hold all of my finds in. So I have an empty peanut butter container, an empty ice cream container, and an empty old coffee can. And he wrote, Die's First Coin Can Finds. So, of course, this one will be special to me. And then in here he put just some like little plastic tubes with little caps on them that I could store coins in. And I think these are like the coins that I found when I first got my detector last December and tested it out in his yard. He got me a digger. Don't mess with me when I'm out digging. I got my dad's pinpointer. I actually also have a pink one that matches my MX7. I will most likely use the pink one, but I don't know. I think I started out using this one and I really like it, and then the other one like is slightly different, and I like the way this one works, but for some reason I think my dad gave me this one, so he bought the pink one. They didn't have any other colors available, so he just bought the pink one. Knowing he was sick and was going to pass away, he knew I'd eventually get the pink one anyway, so he got it so it would match my machine. So I technically have 2 pinpointers, but I think I'll use this one for now, and then I might try out the pink one later on and see how I like that one. But this is like when you're using your machine and you get down and you start digging, you can use this to really like pinpoint where the noise is coming from, if it's coming from the dirt that you just dug up or if it's deeper down in the hole. I hope I explained that good. And then I have a White's little like apron that I can wear to hold stuff in as I'm digging. And my dad wanted to make sure that I kept a journal of some sort in my bag at all times. That way, like, no matter what, he wants me to always document the day I metal detect. He wants me to document the day, the time, the month, the year, and he wants me to write down every single thing I find that day. That might sound excessive, but I think it's a really great idea because my dad has found so much stuff in his lifetime, and yes, he did write some stuff down, like when he found what, but a lot of it he couldn't remember, like where he found it, when he found it. So I think it's a good idea to write that down. That way I can always go back and say, hey, I found this really old coin at this park on this day. You know, I think that's a good idea. So I do have my first little log in here. It is when I tested my MX7 with my dad at his house. So I wrote, first time using my new MX7, December 5th, 2018, Dad's front yard, I found 3 pennies, 1984, 1986, and 2014, 1 quarter, 1984, and 3 pull tabs. And I just got this kind of like little leather bound notebook. I wish it had lines, but I just like how old and vintage this looks, and I think it's perfect for like treasure hunting. So I'm just going to keep this and make sure I keep a pen in this bag also at all times. And then he left this in here. It's just like a little welcome thing from White's. Oh, it's like congratulating you on purchasing your detector and stuff. And that pink one I was telling you about, look like the pinpointer, it actually looks just like this, only it's pink. So I'm just going to put all this stuff back in here. I think there's a few more things in the bag that my dad supplied me with. So in the front little pocket here, I just have a little Ziploc bag, a magnifying glass so that I can look at coins or whatever I find closer, and a battery holder. So I don't remember what I'm supposed to do with this. I feel really stupid, but my dad really did like teach me to use my machine. He like showed me what everything on the screen meant, you know, the different sounds, the settings it should be on. He taught me so much, but it was a year ago. What I should have done is like recorded it, made a video out of it. That way, like, I would always have that. I would have him talking to me and teaching me on video, and I don't know why I didn't do that, but kind of kicking myself now. But that's why I'm so glad I have such a big community of fellow metal detectorists that are always willing to help me out. You know, they're not making fun of me for not knowing what to do. You know, they're very willing to help you out and give you advice and suggestions and stuff like that. So I think that's really great. There's such a great community of people. I could not believe that I found this entire world of metal detectorists, because like I was saying before about the jacket, DJ Yost found me on Instagram because of that jacket, because I hashtagged like White's metal detectors and treasure hunting and stuff like that. And so when he found me and commented on it, like I went to his page and it said that he was a White's field tester. And so of course, like I followed him because I thought that was really cool. I was like, wow, there's people out there like that have accounts about metal detecting. How cool is this? And I was scrolling through his photos and I found a picture he was holding of a silver ounce coin made by White's Electronics. I immediately messaged him, gave him a backstory on my dad about how he like fell ill, was diagnosed with cancer, but was a hardcore silver collector, and how could I purchase one of those coins? He told me to call him, so I called him the next day. At first I was like, should I call him? Like, what if he's a weirdo? Like, sorry, DJ, I'm just like, I mean, you never know, you know? So, like, I was kind of scared to call him, but at the same time, like, I felt like he was trustworthy, so I called him, and he was like, look, I really want to do this for your dad. I'm going to send him that coin. My friend Dominique from the Silver Slingers, they're another metal detecting group who are also on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, and I will link them all down below, and they are also on the sidebar of my channel as a suggested channel, so check them out. Dominique has the same exact pink MX7 as I do, so really, she could probably really help me out with my machine. Anyway, so I was talking to him on the phone, and he told me he wanted to send my dad that coin, and that Dominique wanted to send an old sleigh bell that she had found metal detecting, and some White's stickers and patches, and it warmed my heart. Like, I couldn't believe that these people I had never met in my life wanted to do this for my dad, and they never met my dad. They didn't know him from Adam. They just heard his story and wanted to do this. And then I know I've mentioned it before, but like, and then Sergeant Whitey, he sent my dad and I both one of the coins that he had made, like of his own brand. It says like Sergeant Whitey's on it, and it says, dig it all, save some history. That's his like motto, and I think that's really cool. I ended up buying one of Sergeant Whitey's shirts to help promote him and support him and all of that. I mentioned that in one of my Christmas videos back, you know, a month or so ago. So it's such a wonderful community to be a part of. I'm so blessed to have met so many wonderful people that, you know, sent my dad things that warmed his heart. Like, literally, my dad cried when he opened that silver ounce coin. He couldn't believe that somebody that didn't even know him would do that for him. And if I can recover that video, I know I still have it. I will try and make some sort of, you know, some sort of video out of it where I can show you my dad opening it. Now, I didn't do a very good job of filming it. I almost felt like awkward filming my dad because I didn't know if he wanted me to film it. So I was just kind of standing there like, you know, all right, open your package, and I don't know. I'm still glad I did it, though. I got his reaction, and he got really choked up, and just, he was so overwhelmed and flabbergasted, and I'm telling you guys, get into metal detecting and learn it just like I am going to learn it, and I'm going to get out there, and I'm going to make my own treasure hunting videos, and I hope you guys follow along with me and get into it like I plan to get into it. My dad loved it so much, and I want to make him proud, and I want to get out there, and I want to find my own cool things, and I want my son to grow up and learn to do it too, and I want him to get into it. It would be such a great hobby. It would get us outside and, you know, going on all kinds of adventures and finding new things. So No, this isn't my typical video. I just wanted to kind of share with you guys what I do have for metal detecting. My detector is sitting right back here, by the way, if you're wondering like what that is. But I already inserted a clip of that for you guys to see what my detector looks like. But yeah, I don't have much knowledge at the moment, but I have books to read, I have people to talk to, and yeah, I do want to film a video that I'm going to title Interview with a Treasure Hunter. It was originally a video that my dad and I were working on together. We got a bunch of questions from people in a metal detecting group, like questions that they wanted to know about my dad, and I wrote all the questions down, and my dad got too sick to be able to film the video with me. But instead of being sad about it, and instead of not making it at all, I'm hoping one of my friends will do the video with me. I don't know how to collab with them because we're all in different states, but I want to be able to make it work because I think it would be a great video. It would be a way of people to get to know, you know, that person more, you know, like why they started metal detecting, when they started, their first machine they used, and it might get you guys more into metal detecting as well. It might not, but you never know. I hope you don't just, you know, I don't know, look down on it as something is like stupid. It is really cool. It's a great hobby to have. I can't wait to get into it. I feel like I'm rambling now. Hopefully this video actually saves. I tried saving the video I made last night. I made like a 30-minute video. I tried saving it like 5 times. It would not save. It kept saying something was wrong. So I just had to delete the video altogether. So hopefully this will actually go up. And yeah, I know it's not very informative, and I really just showed you like all the stuff that I have for metal detecting, but I do have other things planned as well. Hopefully I can get that interview video worked out somehow with one of my metal detecting friends. Hopefully one of them will do it with me. We'll just have to figure out how to make that work. And then my dad, I have his entire collection of everything that he's like ever found. Coins, toy cars, jewelry, all kinds of stuff. I just don't have it here. It's at home, but I will do future videos showing you guys all the stuff that my dad has found. It is so cool, and that right there might spark your interest in metal detecting. Seeing what you can find might make you want to get out there and do it too. It is a pricey hobby, but as long as you're into it and as long as you do it and you use your machine, like, you'll get your money's worth. You'll get your money's worth just by finding, you know, a bunch of coins and jewelry and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go. I don't know what to talk about at this point anymore. I just wanted to kind of come on here and tell you guys about, you know, my journey going into metal detecting, show you what I'm working with, everything that I have, the cool jacket that my dad had all those years ago, and the plethora of books that I have. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in my next video. It probably won't be a metal detecting video, so don't worry. I understand if you don't care to click on this one. I get it. It's not my normal kind of video, but I will be incorporating metal detecting videos in the future on my channel. So you don't have to watch them. You don't have to like them, but I will be back with another regular girly style video for you guys very soon. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.